The American alligator is one of the most well-known reptiles in the United States. It lives mostly in the southeastern part of the country, especially in Florida and Louisiana, but it can also be found in states like Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, the Carolinas, Texas, and parts of Arkansas and Oklahoma. These large reptiles prefer freshwater areas such as swamps, rivers, lakes, and marshes. Sometimes they can live in slightly salty water, but they cannot survive in full seawater for long because, unlike crocodiles, they do not have special salt glands to remove excess salt. Alligators have been around for millions of years. Scientists call them living fossils because their basic body form has not changed much since the time of the dinosaurs. Their ancestors appeared more than 150 million years ago, and the modern American alligator species developed around 8 million years ago. This makes them one of the oldest surviving species on Earth. Today, there are only two types of alligators in the world: the American alligator and the Chinese alligator. The Chinese alligator is much smaller and is now critically endangered, while the American alligator has recovered well from past threats. The American alligator plays an important role in its environment. It is an apex predator, meaning it sits at the top of the food chain and helps control the populations of other animals such as fish, turtles, birds, and small mammals. This balance keeps the ecosystem healthy. Alligators are also known for making alligator holes, large muddy depressions in the ground that fill with water. These holes become safe places for fish and other animals during dry seasons when water is hard to find. Because of this, alligators are known as a keystone species, meaning other animals depend on them for survival. Alligators eat a wide variety of food. Young alligators eat insects, small fish, and frogs, while adults eat larger prey like turtles, birds, and mammals. They are not picky eaters and will eat almost anything they can catch. Alligators have one of the strongest bites in the animal kingdom, with a bite force strong enough to crush bones and turtle shells. However, they do not chew their food. Instead, they tear it into pieces or swallow it whole. Alligators have a fascinating life cycle. During the breeding season, which happens in late spring, males bellow loudly to attract females. The sound is so deep that it makes the water around them ripple. Female alligators build large nests made of mud, grass, and leaves, where they lay between 20 and 50 eggs. The temperature inside the nest determines whether the hatchlings will be male or female. Warmer temperatures usually produce males, while cooler ones produce females. When the baby alligators are ready to hatch, they make high-pitched chirping sounds to call their mother for help. The mother gently opens the nest and carries her babies to the water in her mouth. She protects them from predators like raccoons and birds for several months. In the wild, an alligator can live between 35 and 50 years, but in captivity, they can live more than 65 years. The history of the American alligator's relationship with humans is a dramatic story of decline and recovery. In the early 1900s, people hunted them heavily for their valuable hides, which were used to make shoes, belts, and handbags. Habitat loss also became a problem, as wetlands were drained for farming and construction. By the 1950s, the population had dropped so low that scientists feared the species would go extinct. In 1967, the American alligator was officially listed as endangered, and strict laws were passed to protect it from hunting. Over the next few decades, these conservation efforts worked remarkably well. Populations slowly recovered as people stopped hunting them and began protecting their habitats. By 1987, the species had recovered so successfully that it was removed from the endangered species list. Today, the American alligator is considered a major conservation success story and is listed as least concern by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. Although they look similar, alligators and crocodiles are quite different. Alligators have broad, U-shaped snouts, while crocodiles have narrower, V-shaped ones. Alligators are usually darker in color, almost black, while crocodiles are lighter and more olive-colored. When an alligator's mouth is closed, its teeth are hidden. But when a crocodile closes its mouth, some of its teeth remain visible. Crocodiles prefer saltwater or brackish environments, while alligators prefer freshwater. In the United States, crocodiles are found only in southern Florida, where they sometimes share the same habitat with alligators. Today, American alligators are common again, and people often see them in lakes, golf courses, and even neighborhoods near wetlands. Though they are generally shy and prefer to avoid humans, they can become dangerous if people feed them. Feeding wild alligators is illegal because it teaches them to associate people with food, which can lead to aggressive behavior. Most attacks happen when people enter their territory or disturb their nests, but such events are still rare. The American alligator is more than just a powerful predator. It is a symbol of nature's resilience. Once nearly wiped out by humans, it has made a strong comeback thanks to conservation laws and public awareness. It helps shape its environment, supports other species, and reminds us that protecting wildlife is not only possible, but also essential for maintaining healthy ecosystems. These ancient reptiles continue to thrive in the wetlands of the American South, living proof of the success that can come when people choose to protect rather than destroy.